All right, welcome. We're live here at Topeka, Kansas, here for the Post 400 Stars. We welcome you into the broadcast here today as we only missed the first two pitches as we hang on. I'm still working on some technical issues here on my end here, but one moment. There we go. I have lineups, but I don't have names for the Stars' opponents. So I just have jersey numbers and the position. So I don't know any of the names. I'm going to try and look them up on Game Changer so that we can get things sorted. Once again, we got all this information right before the game started. And we had no time to prepare for this game here. So, but hopefully tomorrow's here. But we're off the first baseline here, and want to thank the Mac and Seitz team for allowing us to use the electrical plug-in in the dugout. That was one of our other delays too, as there was no electricity here. So hopefully everything goes as planned. And we'll do our best to keep you accurate with the balls and strikes because they do not have a scoreboard here. They do, but it's not turned on. It's not. Nobody's operating it, whatever the case may be. So, if you give me a few more moments here, I will try and get the rest of this set up for you. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch too. That's something to be noteworthy of, as the clouds have started to build up here, and that's a long, deep hit, and that goes foul. At bat is Kobe Sen. He's batter number 3 in the lineup here for the Post 400 Stars. Now want to be chopped foul down the third baseline. Current temperature here in Topeka is 90, or I should say Olathe is the official town that we're in. Partly cloudy and 90 degrees. So this located about 9 minutes outside of the Topeka city limits. Once we get set up here, we'll go to the official and find out the official score of the game, and then we'll keep you updated as best we can at that point. So all right, so we're not going to take any commercial break here. We're going to finish setting up the scoreboard for this game, and then we'll be back with commentary and get you an update on where we sit with this game here. All right, still waiting on a couple more things to be pulled from our equipment stash, but here's what we can tell you. For the Post 400 Stars, it's Jackson Shurseth starting on the mound here for the Stars. And catching behind the plate is Evan Erickson. Go around the bases here after this pitch. That one comes in for a strike. At first, you got Andy Mock. Second base is Kobe Sen. And then over at third is Jackson Byswinger. Shortstop is Easton Rarick. In left field, you got Caden Graff. In center field, you have Colton Almy. And in right field, you have Ethan Claus. And then not batting, or I'm sorry, batting, but not playing out in the field is Tate Gustafson as the designated hitter for Jackson Shurseth, the pitcher. So that's your lineup here for the Post 400 Stars. For Mac and Seitz Baseball Club, all I can tell you is that 31's playing at second, 27's playing in center, 28's playing at short, 45's playing at first. Number 9 is your starting pitcher. Number 12 is playing as catcher. Number 3 is playing at third base. Number 23 is playing left field. Number 24 is playing right field. And 10 is the extra hitter for Mac and Seitz. And I'm still trying to come up with names. When they gave me a lineup card, they gave me jersey numbers and positions with no names. So I can't do much when I don't get the names. So I'll do the best I can. Now, one of the things that we're trying to grab is a shade effect here, because where we're set up here, even though there's clouds up in the sky, the sun's beating straight down, almost straight down on our equipment here, and if we don't get what we need soon, I unfortunately have to give you the heads up that it may shut down randomly, and I won't be able to restart it until the laptop has a chance to cool down. So just a FYI on that, but we're doing everything in our power to make sure that we don't have to worry about that at all. So, and then after this inning comes to a conclusion, we'll get the scoreboard on screen, and we'll tell you an update here on how the game's going. Once again, we got here on time, but we had to search and hunt with little assistance on an electrical cord, and by the time they found one, the previous game was in the top of the 7th. So that's Andy Mock making the grab there in foul territory for the out. And that'll bring up batter number 3 in the lineup here for Mac and Seitz. And that one smacked hard into center field. And right behind the post. Couldn't quite see him make the play there. Colton Almy making the grab in center for what I believe is out number 2. There's a little bit of breeze, so that is kind of cooling things down here as I'm trying to move equipment around to make sure it's in the most shade as possible here. And I think we might be in good shape here. I may retract my earlier statement. A check swing there, and that would be called a strike. Well, once again on the mound, here's Jackson Shurseth for the Post 400 Stars. We are in the 2nd inning of play, top of the 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. That one will find its way into left field. And that'll be good for a base hit and a single. That brings us to batter number 5 in the lineup here for Mac and Seitz. I veer off into the distance, and it looks like that stuff we're waiting on is on its way. High center field, Almy makes the catch, and that ends the top half of the second inning of play. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we are in the top of the second officially, and Seitz leads 1-0 here over the Post 400 Stars. And I do have somebody looking up the names from Seitz for me, so we can get that part of our broadcast together here momentarily. And nice grab by the first baseman there on the pop-up. And that is out number 1 here for the Stars. That was Caden Graff, and now Colton Almy steps up to the plate here for Post 400. Colton Almy will be followed by Easton Rarick, Jackson Byswinger, Ethan Claus, batters 6, 7, 8, and 9. And that one foul territory, and you could just barely see him make the grab there for out number 2. And I'll bring up Easton Rarick.
see each of our games,
Okay.
and you can get a roster for everybody.
All right, cool.
Thank you very much. We're happy to help you.
Don't worry about it. Hang on to that. All right, Gage Callahan is the batter here, and it's 1-0 in favor of Mac and Seitz, as we'll get our scoreboard adjusted there. I know there's at least one out here as we're trying to get the everything organized here. I'll bring up Ethan Reinert, if I'm saying that correctly, the third baseman. He'll be up next to bat, and then on deck here will be number 23. That's Wyatt Barney, who was on deck. A swing and a miss there by Reinert. That's good for a strike. That one's hit towards third. It'll be picked up. Toss is good for the 5-3. That brings up Wyatt Barney, the left fielder here for Mac and Seitz. Now one will be a hit into center field there for Barney. That'll be good for a base hit. That brings up Steven Azzaro. And if I'm saying any of these names incorrectly, I apologize to the Mac and Sight fans that may be finding us and tuning in. So the pitch is low to the outside for a ball. Mack and Seitz got their run in the bottom of the first, and it's been goose eggs since then. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 Stars error. Stars, no runs on 2 hits and no Mack and Seitz errors. That one's popped up, going deep right field, and it's over the right fielder's head. And they're going to send the runner for round third, and the play at the plate is not in time. And sliding in head first is Wyatt Barney to make it 2-0 in favor of Mack and Seitz. All right, so what you see on your scoreboard there is correct. No runs on 2 hits, 1 error for Post 400. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors for Mack and Seitz. And I believe this is the extra hitter, and it is. And he just struck out to end the inning. So that will bring us to the end of the inning, and we'll be back after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back. Top of the third. That one fair down the third baseline. That's good for a base hit. And the Stars are on the board here. It's going to be good for a double. Sliding in, feet first to second base there for the Stars, Ethan Claus. And that'll bring up the next batter. Back to the top of the order, designated hitter Tate Gustafson. Once again on the mound here for Mack and Seitz is Jake Swayer. As we got everything ready to rock now, and I think we can do our normal broadcast now, I think. I hope. And that one is hit high to center field. He'll make the grab, and Claus thought about tagging on second there, but he will not. So runner on second. And now that'll bring up Evan Erickson, I believe. Swear sends it. That one's popped up and over our broadcast station to the left side of your viewing screen. So Swear will set up and deliver the next one here to Erickson. Swing and a miss for a strike. That's strike number 2. We'll have an unofficial time of game on this game here. That's the one thing I didn't get started. So we'll just leave that one sit at 0. We'll get it working for tomorrow. So. Once again, 88 degrees, partly cloudy sky. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch currently. Watch means conditions favorable for severe thunderstorms to develop, but no warnings issued at this point in time. There were some warnings issued earlier this morning, right in the 9 to 10 o'clock a.m. Time frame, but nothing since then. It's been pretty hot and humid ever since. So. Swear delivers, and that is Sen fouling it off for a strike. It's 0-1. Once again, top of the third, 2-0 lead here for Mac and Seitz on 3 hits and 1 Stars error. Jack Swear on the mound pitching, and they'll get a piece of that one, foul it for strike 2. Around the bases here for Mac and Seitz. You have Ben Bryan at first. You have at second base Akash Ayadavara. At third base, you have Ethan Reinert. At shortstop is Lucas McCain. And left field is Wyatt Barney. And center field is Camden Dayton, if I wrote that down correctly. In right field is Steven Azaro. And that's how Mac and Seitz sets up around the bases here. Now remain 0-2 here. We'll see if the official gives us a count here or not. Not on this particular pitch. About a 9-hour drive down here to the Topeka, Olathe area, and that one will end the inning. So we go to the middle of 3. It's 2-0 Mac and Seitz, and they're up to bat next here when we return after this on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. Mac and Seitz leads 2-0 here with Post 400 Stars on Magnitude down here in Olathe, Kansas. About a 9-mile drive outside of the Topeka area where the Post 400 Stars are stationed in their hotel. And, well, I had a little bit of difficulty with the hotel last night, but when I arrived there today, they were 100% friendly, 100% helpful. They helped me make sure I got to the right field for the game. They're very, very helpful. So I also want to say thanks to Stars Vice President Dan Sen for helping out with some directions to the field as well. as some of the other parents, board members, and fans here for helping us get set up so we could get on as early as we possibly could here as we're in the bottom of the third, and it's a 2-0 lead for Mac and Seitz. Stars will have 2 games tomorrow, 5:40, approximately 5:40 and 7:45, or maybe it's 5:45 and 7:40. The start times are a little bit off what we're used to in North Dakota scheduling for times. This one will be grounded right towards second, and the toss over to first, and it's a 4-3 ground out there from Kobe Sen over to Andy Mock. That puts one out on the board, and that brings up the next batter here. It's Camden. Let me look at the roster again. I believe it's Dayton. Camden Dayton. Yeah, so I'm going to rewrite it down. That way I can read my own writing. There we go. That puts Lucas McCain on deck. Once again on the mound here for the Stars is Jackson Shurseth. And that one comes in for a strike. Believe the count is 1-1, and I think that's not. I think the ref just put up 1 and 2. So. And that one pushing Dayton out of the box. Good for ball 2. Should have a 2-2 count here. Once again, the ball strike count unofficial. No scoreboard in the outfield here, so as I look down at the rosters to find out who's playing where and who's batting, I may miss a pitch from now and then, and I'll make the strike count unofficial. I believe that one came off the helmet of Erickson. Hard crack on the plastic there, and fouled it off, ricocheting it off Erickson's helmet into the near fence here off the first base line. It's a nice facility here. Turf field on the infield, and then you got grass in the outfield, and that's something that the Post 400 Stars are used to. That's pretty much exactly how their field is made up at Starion Bank Field. Here's a little ground out to third, and the throw across the diamond there from Byswinger over to Sen, excuse me. No, check that. Mock, I got it right the first time. Is good for the 5-3, and out number 2. So that brings up Lucas McCain, the shortstop for Mac and Seitz. Of course, Stars got 2 games tomorrow, and then depending on what happens today and tomorrow, they may have as 1, 2, or I'm check that 0, 1, or 2 games at the maximum on Sunday. And if the Stars play on Sunday, we'll be here on Sunday for those games. And then on the way back home to Fargo, they'll make a travel stop in Watertown, South Dakota on Monday, and that'll be a game we have for you here on Magnitude. At least I hope we will. As long as they have power, we'll have it there. So Shurseth gets the signal, winds up, delivers, and he'll reach, tip it foul, good for a strike. See if we can get the official count here from the official. Once again, for the fans, looks like it's 1 and 2. For the fans back in Fargo watching, we certainly appreciate you tuning in. a nice showing of blue here in Kansas for the Stars. Is a good chunk of the parents and fans made the drive down here to Kansas to cheer on their team. And getting some messages from back home. We got one from Jeff that says, "Go Post 400." So, Jeff, thanks for watching. We certainly appreciate that, and hope you're staying cool. I understand the rain this morning and back home in Fargo, and not sure what the current conditions in Fargo are right now, but hope you're staying cool and dry back home at Starting Bank Field off 42nd Street in Fargo. It's 320 down the first and third base lines into the outfield, and then straightaway centers 390 feet here as that one's popped up. First base line and foul, ran out of play, and you could see it in the bottom of your camera there. Just needed a little bit higher bounce to come into our broadcast station. And if you're tuning in earlier when I said that it was a little hot, well, the clouds have rolled in and has kind of blocked out that sun, so that's a good thing there. That one will sneak its way into center field, past the second baseman, and scooped up by Colton Almy, or check that, past the shortstop, excuse me. Easton Rarick, the shortstop for Post 400. And Ben Bryan steps up to the plate here for Mac and Seitz. I want to thank one of the Mac and Seitz fans for helping me pronounce that too, because I had no idea before he shared that with me. So, and that one comes in for a strike. Nice pitch there by Seth, and it's 0-1 here to the batter Ben Bryan, who's the first baseman for Mac and Seitz. On deck for Mac and Seitz is Jake Swayer. He's the starting pitcher. Seth delivers right over the middle for strike two. Excellent pitch there by Seth. So no balls and 2 strikes here as we're in the bottom half of the third inning. That's a 2-0 lead for Mac and Seitz. Scoring 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Runner takes off, swing and a miss for the strikeout. And stolen base will not go into the books. And that will end the third inning of play. So it's 2-0. And we head to the fourth now. We'll see if the Stars can get the bounce going when we return after this break. And a message from our sponsors here on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back here to, I didn't get the name of this field, but it's a pretty cool field, I can say that. Home of the Olathe North High School. I believe they're the Eagles, if I'm not mistaken. But if I am mistaken, then I apologize for that. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to the front desk clerk at the team hotel for making sure that we got to the right field. They were very, very friendly, very, very helpful, and I have absolutely zero complaints with my experience at the hotel thus far. I got there at 11 o'clock sharp this morning after leaving Fargo last night, a little bit after midnight, as the Comets game took 2 hours and 27 minutes in Game 2 of that doubleheader. Didn't get done with until just a few minutes prior to 11 o'clock. So it was we had to get a driver and take turns taking naps and take turns driving to get down here in time for the game. And we almost got on the air. Missed the first half of the first inning. That one's hit up high right field, and it'll drop for a base hit. So leadoff hit here to start the top of the fourth for the Post 400 Stars. Not a bad way to just start it off. That was Evan Erickson, and now stepping up to the plate here is Colby Sen. They'll try the pick off on Erickson, unsuccessful. We'll zoom out a little bit so we don't have to do too much camera movement on those attempts there. And that pitch will come in for a ball, I believe. I believe it's 1-1. Okay, I just got an error message here, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I'll be right back here. All right, error fixed. And that one's going out into left center. And that's going to score a run as it goes all the way to the fence. Erickson coming in from first base, and he scores. And the Stars on the board with an RBI double by Colton Almy. Or check that. Yeah, it was Colton Almy. Now it brings up Easton Rarick. I believe there's 2 outs. Once again, there's no scoreboard here, so it's at least 1 out, but I think it's 2. And once again, it's Easton Rarick, the shortstop, at the plate here for Post 400. As the wind gusts a little bit here. And that one comes in for a strike. 0-2 to Easton Rarick. On deck is Jackson Beiswinger, the third baseman. And Swayer glances at second, delivers the pitch, and it's a bouncer right to the second baseman. Good for the 4-3 ground out. And now there's 2 outs, and the runner will move to third. So there was only 1 out prior to that, so there's now 2 outs and a runner on third here for the Stars, and a chance here for Jackson Beiswinger to potentially tie up the game here with a base hit. And he'll foul that one off his left ankle. Good for strike 1. One ball and 1 strike here to Beiswinger. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Once again, Colton Almy, the runner on third. Beiswinger on at the plate, and Ethan Claus on deck with 2 away here. And the Stars looking to tie the game before this one comes to an end, and they will not do that. Caught him looking on the strikeout. Nice pitch there by Swayer, and that will end the top of the fourth as we return with the bottom half of the fourth. Right after this, the Stars get 1 on the board. Still have a little bit of work to do here. They're down 2-1 to Mac and Seitz, who's up to bat next after the break here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back. We return here, bottom of the fourth inning. And Seitz up 2-1 over the Post 400 Stars down here in Canada. This first game of 3, possibly 4, maybe 5 for the Post 400 Stars over the Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend. And then once again, on their way home, they will have a game on Monday as they make a little bit over halfway stop, maybe a 3/4 ways back stop in Watertown, South Dakota. That one will skip onto the turf there for ball 1. So we go to the bottom of the fourth now. Jack Swayer, the pitcher, is the batter here for Mac and Seitz. And sure Seth will get the signal here from Erickson. He'll set and deliver. And that'll be a 2-hopper there. And Kobe Sen will fire it over to first base there into the glove of Andy Mock for the 4-3 ground out and 1 away. And that one is hit high to right field, and it drops for a hit. That puts a man on first, and that brings up the next batter here, and I believe that's Gage. Let me look at the roster here. I can't read my own handwriting. Gage Callahan. Gage Callahan. That was a fouled away pitch from the field behind us here. I'm gonna have to make sure I don't get hit by one of those. My back was turned to that, so. And that one will miss for a ball. I believe it's 2-0. We'll see if the official gives us a count here or not. This game being worked with 2 officials, as the majority of the games are. That one a little low outside. It was actually 3 balls and no strikes, and that'll be a walk to put a runner on, and that'll move the other runner up to a up to second. So Ethan Reinert, runner on first. Gage Callahan, runner on second. That brings up Wyatt Barney. We'll have a visit to the mound here, so we'll take a timeout and be right back after this here on Magnitude.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healy Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, so Wyatt Barney getting an RBI double. Puts runners on second and third, scores the run to make it 3-1 in favor of Mac and Seitz. Once again, I want to say thanks to the Post 400 family that's here in Kansas and bringing me up a couple of waters during that visit to the mound there for Post 400. We certainly appreciate that. It's very hot and humid, even though the clouds have blocked out the sun. And the one good thing about that is the equipment's not hot anymore, so that means we don't have any risk of it shutting down in the middle of the game here. We've had that happen once during the Babe Ruth tournament in Kindred last summer. Had to put the laptop in the freezer and missed about an inning and 1 out, about 4 outs. So a run down there and tagged out in between second and third is Wyatt Barney. I'll be out number 2 of the inning. So I'll put the runner on with a fielder's choice, and that puts runners on first base only. I believe this is Steven Azaro. Correction, it is Gage Parker, excuse me. And that one hit sharply, 2 hops to third. And the throw across the diamond, good for the 5-3 and ending the 4th inning of play. Mac and Seitz gets the 1 run that the Stars got back, and now they lead by 2 once again. It's 3-1 as we head into the 5th inning of play. And we will do that right when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Top of the fifth, 4-1. Mac and Sight leads. They get two in the bottom half of the fourth. It's 4-1, 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for the Stars, 1 run on 5 hits, and no Mac and Sight errors so far here today. And that one comes in for a strike. I believe it's 1-1. Now it'll be chop foul, and it'll be, I believe, 1-2 as we take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast. As we take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast here. See if we can pull that up. Right now we're under a mostly cloudy sky and 90. It's very humid. And there is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect right now. As we pull up the details on that, it's in effect until 7 p.m. tonight. So for another 5 hours approximately. And as we take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast, right now it's 90, 86 at 3 o'clock. This game should finish up hopefully before the storms are predicted to roll in at the 4 o'clock hour. So we'll have 4, 5, and 6 o'clock thunderstorms possible with temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s as we head into this evening. The good news is the Stars only have one game today, and we'll see what the weather forecast does to possibly affect anything tomorrow. But yeah, as I look up in the sky here, we got a lot of puffy cumulus clouds rolling in over the field here. And no rain yet, but the wind, the breeze has picked up a little bit here, and that's kind of helping with the humidity to keep things a little bit cool. I imagine it's slightly more warmer down on the turf field, probably a little bit cooler in the outfield. You're probably lucky to play an outfield position here today for the Stars in Mac and Sights. That pitch will miss for a ball, and I have no idea what the count is. I think it's 3-0 if I just saw the official put his hands up the way I thought he did. That one comes in for a strike, and he thought it was a ball. So I'm guessing it's 3-1 now. Once again at the plate here, it's Tate Gustafson, the designated hitter. We're back at the top of the order here for the post 400 Stars. And there's a walk. I'll put Gustafson on. That'll bring up Evan Erickson. So the Stars are batting 1, 2, 3. Gustafson, Erickson, and Colby Sen. The middle order, 4, 5, and 6 is Andy Mock, Caden Graff, and Colton Almy. And then the bottom half of the order is Easton Rarick, Jackson Byswinger, and Ethan Claus. And that one's going all the way to the fence, and it is gone. It is a 2-run home run for Evan Erickson. And the Stars pull themselves within 1. It's 4-3. As Erickson takes it to left field, and he'll cross the plate, and the Stars have pulled within 1 on a 2-run homer off the bat of Evan Erickson, the catcher. And now Mac and Seitz talking it over here at the mound. Went to ask that guy right there for a lineup, and he's like, "Oh, we gave one to the ump, but I guess these guys want one too. So can the other stat guy give up their lineup?" And he had no problem doing that. Just had to get some additional assistance to track down the names because that roster only had jersey numbers and positions when we started this game. So, but we got all the names now. So, thank you for being patient as we were getting things set up here in the first inning of play. Once again, 2 games tomorrow, one at 5:45 and one at 7:40. They're going to be basically back-to-back games. That one's hit up high, and it's fouled away by Kobe Sen. Good for a strike. Sen will strike away the second one as well. Foul away the second one, I should say. I believe that's the first home run of the season for the Pulse 400 Stars. Kobe Sen will drill this one deep to center, and that will land for a hit. So they had to travel 9 hours to hit their first home run of the season. They could have potentially had a couple in the season opener against Jamestown, but Jack Brown Stadium have the leafy greens on top of the wall to extend the wall even higher, and instead of home runs, they get a couple of doubles out of that. So you could essentially say that they had the swinging power to have 3 home runs on the season had it not been for the special layout of Jack Brown Stadium. So I think it's 1 and 2. Once again, scoreboard in the outfield there is not being used, so we're doing the best we can to keep track of ball and strikes for you. And now I believe it's 2 and 2. And he tried to frame it over the edge of the plate, but it didn't fool the ump. Now I believe it's a full count at 3 and 2. Okay, now it's 3 and 2. And that's a strikeout. Good for out number 1. That'll bring up Caden Graff for the Stars. And there goes my water bottle. Thankfully, there was only about a half a swallow left in that particular one. And that'll be a walk. I'll put 2 runners on here for the Stars. Tying run is now in scoring position for Pulse 400 as Colton Almy will step up to the plate here for the Stars. And now catcher for Mac and Seitz, Gage Callahan, go up and have a quick chat with Jack Swayer, the pitcher. So we'll see how Swayer does against Colton Almy here, the center fielder. Swing and a miss for strike one. Once again, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors for Mac and Seitz for the Stars. 4 runs on 6 hits and 1 error for the Stars in favor of Mac and Seitz. That one is going to be dropping in the infield, and he's going to have a chance to run out the throw, and he will. And now coming home from third to tie the game is Kobe Sen. And that's going to be an error, I do believe. And now the game is tied with 2 men in scoring position. Stepping up to the plate here is Easton Rarick. So we have second and third, and it looks like we might have a pitching change here for McInsight, and we do. So Swayer's day will come to an end. And it doesn't look like he's made an official decision on who's going to replace him yet. Outfield, staying in the outfield here, and looks like whoever it is, I'm guessing is still in the dugout as he's not made an appearance yet, and the coach hasn't handed the ball over to anybody else. And here comes the potential new pitcher, and that is going to be Gage Callahan. And it looks like what that will mean is that we'll have a new catcher here for Mac and Seitz as well. See if I can catch the jersey number. It looks like possibly 14, but I cannot see it yet. We'll see if we get another glimpse at it or not. It's got to be Grant Parker. It's the only person on the roster besides the now new pitcher who has a number 1 in front of their second jersey number. So I'm guessing it is Grant Parker at catcher now here for Mac and Seitz.
That's why we don't require kids in schools make you buy this and that. They look good. So look at him.
So some warm-up tosses here for Gage Callahan, coming from catcher to pitcher. And we believe it's Grant Parker coming off the bench as the extra hitter and moving into the catcher position now here. As we take a look up at the clouds here at the stadium, and as you can see, they're definitely building up, looking like they could possibly produce something here. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Now, according to the hour-by-hour forecast, we're not supposed to get any thunderstorms until about 7 o'clock. And the good news is the Stars game will be over by then. The bad news is the team playing next may have to contend with that. Once again, just if you missed it earlier, they're under a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 o'clock tonight. That includes Johnson County, which that is where we're at. So 7, 8, 9 o'clock. The local community here can expect the possibility of some thunderstorms, and that may mean that nobody will get to use the pool at the hotel. This is an outdoor one. I have a nice view of the pool from my 6th floor window. If it was deeper than 5 feet, I may have considered taking a dive. And a nice hit out into center field there. And rounding third, and the Stars take the lead as Colton Almy comes in to score. on the RBI single by Easton Rarick. And the Stars are up 5-4 now here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. And that one's ripped right to the shortstop. Chance for, well, they don't need the double play because there was 2 outs already. So that will end the inning. But the Stars pick up 4 in the 5th, and they take a 5-4 lead. 2 of those 4 off the bat of Evan Erickson on a 2-run home run to straightaway left field, 325 plus feet off the bat of Erickson. And we'll see if the Stars can put a little defense together now to hold on to this 1-run lead and get themselves to the top of the 6th so they have another chance to bat. But first, defense is required, and that happens when we return after the break here on Magnitude.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. It's the bottom of the 5th now here. Seitz trailing post 400. The score 6-4 as they actually got 5 runs in that 5th inning. And I apparently forgot to put one on our scoreboard here. So we'll go ahead and make that adjustment. Once again, we want to say thanks to the post 400 family in attendance here in Kansas for helping me out with some resources to find out names, stats, where we were at in the game since we got set up a little bit late. And a couple of Seitz fans helping us out with some of the Seitz player names as well. So certainly appreciate that, their help too. Double check the official score here, and it is 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and that's what we got for the Stars. And 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors. So apparently that play that I thought was an error was not charged as an error. They ruled it as a hit. So we'll take that error off the board and give them the hit. Our score matches with the official. The only thing that they don't have on that is the ball strike count, but they keep everything else updated live. So that's pretty cool. If I only have to worry about one thing, that works for me. I'm cool with that. And there's a strikeout. Out number 1 is Akash Ayadavara strikes out, and that brings up Camden Dayton. With Lucas McCain on deck here for Seitz. And a swing and a miss there for a strike. I believe it's either 0-1 or 0-2. The game directly behind us has come to a conclusion, so I don't have to worry about the foul balls coming in here anymore like it did during a couple innings ago. And he'll reach for that. He'll tip it foul. Good for strike 2. If it wasn't already strike 2, it's for sure strike 2 now. Sure Seth looking to get another strikeout here for out number 2 in the inning. He'll get the signal from Erickson, wind up, deliver the pitch, and it's fouled away, and it'll remain 0-2. And a ball thrown there. Is Erickson able to block it, keep it in front of him? One away, no runners on. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count here. And that one, line drive and a one-hopper, the second. And the Kobe Sen will fire it over there into the glove of Andy Mock for the second out. That's a 4-3 ground out for out number 2, and that brings up the next batter here for Mac and Seitz, and that is Lucas McCain. Puts Ben Bryan on deck. And a swing and a miss for a strike, 0-1. Sure Seth, on his last 5 pitches, have tossed 4 strikes, and actually, I think it's more than that. Actually, I think it's 7 strikes on 9 pitches, on his last 9 pitches. And that one fouled away, directly back, and 2-hopper is grabbed by a spectator in a white T-shirt and black baseball cap. Oh, and 2 as a result. And that one will head into the backstop. And thankfully for the Stars, nobody on base for Mac and Seitz to take advantage of that. And they'll level the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, Lucas McCain, the batter. And sure Seth will get the sign from Erickson, deliver the 2-2. Swing and a miss, got him. And that ends the 5th inning of play, and the Stars 6-4 leaders right now over Mac and Seitz. As we head into the 6th with only 6 outs to work with here, we'll see if the Stars can add to that 2-run lead when we return after this here on Magnitude. Be right back.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 6th. Stars, 6 runs on 8 hits. They've committed 1 error. Mac and Seitz, 4 runs on 6 hits. And they've committed no errors so far, according to the official stat keeper. According to me, they have 1 error, but we'll go with the official stat keeper. As we head into the top of the 6th inning here, once again, Evan Erickson for the Stars, hitting a 2-run homer in the last inning over the left field fence to pull the Stars within 1, and then they would tack on a few more to take the lead and eventually take a 2-run lead. And that's where we sit right now after the Stars at one point were down 4-0, and now they have delivered 6 unanswered runs since that point. I checked that. It's actually 5 unanswered runs because they got 1 in the top of the 4th, and then Mack and Seitz got 2 in the bottom of the 4th. So 5 unanswered runs and not 6. And that pitch will miss outside. I believe it's 2 balls and no strikes, but once again, we'll do the best we can on that. As, I had to take off my headset just to make sure that was to figure out if that was thunder or if that was just wind gusts coming into our crowd mic, and it was just a wind gust coming into our crowd mic, so we're good at the moment here. There's a strike on that last pitch, and that'll be ball 4, so it was 3-1 instead of 2-1, and that will put the runner on base for the Stars. And back to the top of the order now with the designated hitter, Tate Gustafson. Ethan Claus, the runner on first. And once again, the new pitcher is Gage Callahan, came in the last inning. That one's popped up and fouled away over the Stars' dugout. And nobody will be able to make a play on that one. Good for a strike, 0-1. Getting positive comments from back home in Fargo as there's a pickoff attempt there on Claus, and now Claus will get tagged out heading to second. So I'll be 1 out, and I'll take the runner off base. I believe it's still 0-1 here to Schurseth, or check that, I meant to say Gustafson. It's Gustafson DHing for Schurseth. And that one fouled back into the cage, and now it's 0-2. So once again, positive comments from back home in Fargo. Getting a handful of them, and certainly good to hear that everything's up and working up to my personal standards. So even though we got on a little bit late, tomorrow should be a little bit easier here. We'll see. Will he get that throw over in time? He will. It'll be Callahan over into the glove of Ben Bryan for the 1-3 ground out. That's out number 2. And I believe it is Evan Erickson up to bat. Last time he was at the plate, he smashed a 2-run home run, 325 feet over the left field fence. And at that point, it was 4-3 in favor of Mack and Seitz. Stars will get 3 more runs across the plate after the Erickson home run to take the 6-4 lead that they have presently. Mack and Seitz would fail to score in the bottom of the 5th, and here we are in the top half of the 6th. And it's a 0-1 count, I believe, here for Erickson. That one will float low to the outside for a ball, 1-1. I have an outstanding facility here. A couple of baseball fields, this one and then the one right behind us. So that strikeout will end the top half of the 6th, and then to the back of the third base dugout right over there, and then directly across are 2 softball fields that are all turf. And then straight ahead there, they have the football and the soccer field, and then just off to the left, you can kind of see the row of bleachers there, but you can't see the field too well. That is a 100% soccer field. There's no football mixed in with that one there. And then they have 2 big parking lots, one on this side and then almost an identical one on this side. And the cool thing is the entry point is straight away on the far end zone of the football field. And the young lady who was taking the cash for people driving in One, I showed her my Magnitude Sports badge, and she's like, oh, okay, great, go on in. And I was like, which field? It's like, doesn't matter. You go either way, and it's about equal distance. So we decided to go over to this end, and then another lady told us if we went to the other end, we wouldn't have as far to walk. I don't know if I want to 100% agree with that. It was kind of a long walk to bring the equipment up here, and I think had we parked on the other side, it might have been a little bit shorter, actually, but not by much. I would have to say that it was about equal distance here as we keep things going between innings here. So we head to the bottom of the 6 now. We'll hit that button instead of the button I did hit by mistake. So bottom of the 6, and it's 6-4. Starting things off here will be Ben Bryan for Mac and Seitz. And he'll swing and miss for strike 1, and Mac and Seitz chasing after some of those sure Seth pitches and paying the price for him. And as far as post 400 fans are concerned, they're 100% okay with that. And the delivery from Sure Seth, this one, whoa, that was a laser beam right over the Mac and Seitz dugout to the right side of your viewing screen here. So the fouled away pitch makes it 0-2. That one's up a little high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count now. And that one will skip into the turf for ball 2. That one's hit up. It's going deep left field, and it is gone. It is a solo shot for Ben Bryan. And that pulls Mac and Seitz back within 1 here. It's 6-5 as Ben Bryan will cross the plate. That's about the same spot where Erickson hit it for the Stars. And good news for the Stars is Erickson home run was a 2-run homer, and that allows this home run to not be as damaging as it could have been because the Stars still have the lead. But I'm sure that Sure Seth would have liked to have that pitch back. That'll bring Jack Swayer up to the plate for Mac and Seitz. He will represent the tying run. And that one's going to be fouled away over the Stars dugout for a strike, and it's 0-1. The next 2 teams that are set to play on this field, they're patiently waiting for this game to come to a conclusion. They don't have too much longer to wait, at least we don't think they do anyway. This one, Mac and Seitz can get another run in, has the potential of maybe going to extras, but I believe the team in light blue over here to our right is one of the teams the Stars will play tomorrow. If I remember what I saw on their jerseys and what I saw on the schedule, if those 2 matched up the way I think they did. I believe it's 1 and 2, but if I'm wrong, I apologize. Sure Seth will deliver, and that's ball 4. So they'll walk him. So apologize for not having a couple pitches in the count there. And now that'll bring us to the next batter here, Gage Callahan. So Erickson has a couple of quick words with Seth. When we started this game, it was sunny and 90. And right now, the current temperature is 88 under a mostly cloudy sky. And once again, we do have that severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 7 o'clock tonight. Should drop to 86 over the 3 o'clock hour, which is about a half an hour away. And then starting in the 4 o'clock hour, now they've bumped it up an hour. There's a 70% chance of storms in the 4 o'clock hour, a 90% chance of thunderstorms in the 5 o'clock hour, and then that drops to a 50% chance in the 6 p.m. hour. So based on that hour-by-hour forecast, I don't see the game after this one getting completed. And as much as I would love to provide coverage for the other teams here, I'm not going to risk my equipment getting caught in a thunderstorm. Have a rule to bring everything that you own when you go to a new venue for the first time, because you never know what you're going to need. And I brought all but one thing. I could have brought one more thing, and then I could have broadcasted in the thunderstorm, assuming the game would have been played. But throw up to second, and they might get him, and they did. He'll be tagged out, and that takes the runner off base, and bases are empty now. That one's laser beamed right to the right side of our broadcast station here. Good for a strike. It certainly doesn't feel like 88 degrees right now. Feels like in the upper 70s, to be honest with you, but a nice little breeze underneath a mostly cloudy sky, and now the Mac and Seitz team will get another runner on base there. Looks like we're going to have a visit to the mound here for post 400. And it looks like Seth is done. So Seth will pitch 5 1/3 innings. He'll give up 5 runs and 7 hits. And he'll be on the hook for the runner on first if that runner crosses the plate and scores. So now our new pitcher here for post 400. Let's see if I can get a glimpse of him really quick. Kobe Sen, I believe. Yep, that is Kobe Sen on the mound for post 400. So that means we'll have a new first baseman, and moving over to first base for the Stars is Andy Mock. And that means we have a new second baseman. And as Sen takes his warm-up pitches, we'll see if we can find out who that second baseman is. I don't know. I might be Eli Mock if I'm kind of getting the jersey number glimpse there that I think I'm getting, but it is indeed Eli Mock. Yep. So Eli Mock coming in to play second base. Kobe Sen now pitching. He started out at second. Andy Mock, I think I said he came in to play first. He was always at first. I made an error there, so. So once again, Jackson Schurseth is responsible for the runner on first should he come around and score. Otherwise, it's all on Kobe Sen after that. And he'll throw a strike here for an 0-1. So far, so good for Sen. 1 pitch, 1 strike. And I believe that was tip foul there, and that'll be good for strike 2. The batter for Mac and Seitz is Ethan Reinert, and if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. 0-2 from Sen. Just missed the outer edge. Ball 1. Well, if there wasn't a risk of thunderstorms, I'd say let's play a 20-inning ball game. This is perfect weather to sit out here and broadcast, but we only know it's going to get worse. So, swing and a miss, got it. That's out number 2. So Kobe Sen gets his first batter he faces coming into the game on swings, and now he'll try and do the same here against the left fielder, Wyatt Barney. And that one comes in for a strike. Kobe Sen doing an excellent job up to this point here, and 2 batters faced. He's throwing 4 strikes and a ball. And that one will skip into the turf, and that will allow Callahan to get to second. It's 1-1 to the batter, Barney. Steven Azaro is on deck here for Mac and Seitz. But with 2 away, Barney would have to reach base to see Azaro. Got it. Strike 2. So he's faced 2 batters. And he's thrown 1 ball to each. And he struck out the first one. If he can strike out Barney here, that would end the 6th inning of play. And Sen will step off. I'll force the runner to touch up on second. Sen delivers the 1-2. That one's hit high center field. A chance for Almy, and it'll drop for a hit. Rounding third, here comes the play at the plate, and he's safe. And we are tied at 6. So that'll close the book on Jackson Schurseth, as he will allow 6 runs on 7 hits. And then hit number 8 here will go to Kobe Sen. So let me double check. I believe both teams have 8 hits, but let me double check here. I know I got the stats on in the background here. Yes, they do. Both teams with 6 runs, both teams with 8 hits, and 1 error for the Stars. And that one is just to the right side. 2-hopper into the garbage can behind us. Nicely done there. That's where those pitches belong anyway, right? And Erickson was not able to frame that one in for a strike. And I believe it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, if I'm not mistaken. Here with 2 away, a runner on second. in the bottom of the 6. And they got him at first. So now we'll end the 6th inning of play. All knotted up, and we have 6 outs to work with here. 3 for the Stars, 3 for Mac and Seitz. 6 runs on 8 hits, 6 runs on 8 hits, and 1 error for the Stars. And you couldn't ask for a more even setup than that heading into the 7th inning of play. We'll see if the Stars can get a couple more insurance runs here when we return after the break here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, 7th inning, top of the 7th. Stars and Mac and Seitz are tied at 6-6. Evan Erickson getting a 2-run homer to left field, about 325 feet, with an exit velocity of 91 miles an hour. And on the flip side there, Mac and Seitz getting a home run, about the same spot, about 325 feet, left field fence, with an exit velocity of about 22 miles an hour. And now we'll see if anything will exit in the top of the 7th here for the Stars. And got in there for a strike, 0-1. Starting to get some sprinkles now here at the field in Kansas. And well, with any luck, this game will finish up sooner than later. And that one hit up high, shallow right field, right behind the post. And drifting back is the first baseman, Ben Bryan, to make the grab, and that's 1 out. As we take a look at the refreshed forecast here, see if we can mostly cloudy and 86, so it's dropped 2 more degrees from the last time we checked it. It was the most cloudy and 88. When we started this game, it was sunny and 90, and a very hot 90 too. Swing and a miss there. This is Andy Mock at the plate here for the Stars. I believe it's 0-2. And did he check his swing? He did, and the pitch goes outside for a ball. It's potentially 1-2. No one's popped up. Third base line going deep, may or may not stay fair, and it does stay fair. And making the grab there was Lucas McCain for the out. Tried a little backhanded flip pass that didn't go as planned. Charge a half an error to that one. So Caden Graff up to the plate now here for post 400. 2 away here, and Graff will take the first pitch for a strike. We're knotted up at 6, and Stars looking for an insurance run. Otherwise, their backs will be against the wall in the bottom half of the 7th, and they'll have to try to see if they can escape any walk-off potential opportunities here for Mack and Seitz. And the pitch, swing and a miss by Graff, strike 2. And he'll get a piece of that one. He'll remain alive for at least one more pitch. That one's popped up, right field, and drifting foul, and just, oh, and he ran into the fence and almost made the grab. He has his glove over the green padding that goes over the top of that chain link fence, and just needed, had that fence been placed like another couple inches further out than it was, he may have made that grab. But instead, it'll drop foul, remain 0-2. And this one lined into center field. That is going to be a hit for Graff, and he'll get a single out of that one. And now that'll bring up Easton Rarick, who got a single on his last at bat as well. Or I'm sorry, I'm a batter ahead of myself. It's Colton Almy and then Easton Rarick. So a runner on first here for the Stars. That'll be the go-ahead run. And the pitch. And that one low, and taking off is Graff, and he will get in to second, no problem. So now Graff in scoring position here in a 1-ball, no strike count to Colton Almy.
Just be around the parking lot. Try to be down around.
Swing and a miss for a strike there.
Be aware.
A little sinker that went below the swing of the bat there. Almy climbing the ladder a little too high on that one. Now he'll take, that one caught the edge for a corner apparently, and it's no balls and a 2-strike, or 1 ball and 2 strikes. Callahan will step off. They'll force Graff to touch up on second. Once again, 1 ball and 2 strikes here, with 2 away in the top half of the 7th, knotted up at 6 apiece. And the pitch. And that one's fouled away, directly back over the backstop, and it'll remain 1-2. And he'll got him looking, and that ends the inning, or ends the top half of the 7th. And now Mack and Seitz has an opportunity to walk it off here if they can get a run in the bottom half of the 7th. Otherwise, we'll see extras in here for the first time this season for Post 400. But first, they got to get some defense rolling here against Mack and Seitz in the bottom of the 7th, and we'll see what happens when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The 7th, and we have some breaking news here for you. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning now until 4 p.m., and that includes the town of Olathe. That's where we are at right now here, and we'll see if we can finish this game before anything significant rolls into the area. So once again, a severe thunderstorm warning currently in effect for Johnson County, and that includes this baseball game here. That is in effect until 4 o'clock. As I look off to my left and right, looks like it's the storm's coming in from the third base side of the field. I'm kind of mixed up on my directions here. I'm not sure which is north, south, east, or west right now, but and that one will be a strikeout here for Kobe Sen. Radar's indicated 70 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with this particular storm. And it was located along a line extending from Dearborn to 6 miles southwest of, I'm not sure how to pronounce this one, but I'll give it my best shot. Tonganoxie, moving east at 35 miles per hour. It will be at Camden Point at 3 o'clock, Soto and Tribble at 3:10. Other locations include Smithville, Olathe, Shawnee, Lenexa, and Kearney Lake, Lake Quivra, and Holt, along with a couple of others. So once again, this game being played in Olathe, and we had sprinkles earlier, and we have a couple more sprinkles now. So we're tied at 6 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That one will float outside for a ball. Now sprinkles starting to come down a little bit more frequent now. And that'll be a grounder right towards second. Mock will fire it over to Mock. That's Eli to Andy. And that is out number 1 or 2. It's at least, it's out number 2 because Sen got a strikeout. So that's out number 2. And now that'll bring up Camden Dayton to the plate here for Mack and Seitz. With 2 away and no runners on. Pitch just misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0. That one's fouled back into the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike, I believe. I don't have official stats for this game, but I believe Kobe Sen has 3 strikeouts, and he came in the 6th inning to take over for Jackson Schurseth. And that one up high, tight and inside for ball 2. Once again, 2 away and no runners on. Sen will deliver the 2-1 up high, 3 balls and a strike. And that one ripped towards left field. Taking off for second. They won't get him. He'll move into scoring position here. And now the winning run is in scoring position on second. You might be hearing a lot of sirens in the background there, and to the best of my knowledge, it's law enforcement sirens and nothing beyond that. Although we did have a couple that sounded like something that you might want to pay attention to, and I did take my headset off to see if I could confirm, but they're starting to tear down the tent here. That was placed right behind the home plate backstop. As that is where the matter of fact, if you go to that website on that tent there, you can get the official stats of this game, perfectgame.org, which is being taken by that guy right behind home plate here, as this one's fouled away. Once again at the plate here is Lucas McCain. The sprinkles have stopped. And as soon as I say that, I felt one more, but a little less frequent than what they were a couple minutes ago. But the humidity level seems to have gone up as well. And that'll be a strikeout, and we'll have extra innings here, and we'll see if we can get a winner here before the weather rolls in here at this field here in Olathe, Kansas. We'll be back with extra innings right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. We head now to the top of the 8th inning, still knotted up at 6. Next a look at the approaching storm, and that cloud is directly overhead, directly over our broadcast station here. So once again, there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect that includes the town that this baseball field is in, and I'm wondering here, they have not brought out the teams for the 8th inning, so I'm wondering if this game is just going to end in a tie, and that looks to be the case. So I'll try and get confirmation on that here, and yeah, everybody's leaving, so this game will end in a tie, I believe. We'll get confirmation on that. Matter of fact, I don't have to leave to get confirmation on that. I think I can just hit refresh right here and find out for sure. And yeah, that ends it. This game's going to end in a 6-6 tie, so it's pool play, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to affect these two teams going into Sunday of this particular tournament here, but this game will end in a 6-6 tie. There will be no extra innings here in Kansas today, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the approaching storm, but once again, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning in effect, and that may or may not play a role in this game ending in a 6-6 tie. So we're going to end the broadcast here, and once again, as okay, now I got the radar on my phone here, and yeah, it was an absolute smart decision. Looking at the radar there's some very heavy thunderstorm activity coming through the Leavenworth, Topeka, moving southeast through Ottawa, Kansas City, and Emporia, and all the towns in between there. And so with that in mind, and looking at the sky above here. We are going to go ahead and end this broadcast. This game ends in a 6-6 tie, and we will talk to you tomorrow, I believe, depending weather, I guess, right here on Magnitude Sports. Have a great night as the sprinkles start to come down. We're going to wrap this up, and we'll talk to you tomorrow here, and if anything changes, follow us on Twitter. We'll give you updates on if any reschedulings happen, but if they do for the Stars, we'll have them whenever those games are played. So we'll keep you posted on our Twitter, and also at post400baseball.com. You might be able to get some updates there as well. So, all right, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.